AA5HL to WA4ECM. Yeah, I'll tell you what I might do when I get home. I'll turn the spectrum analyzer on and put it on my 900 antenna. See if I can see anything there. It takes a pretty strong signal sometimes for it to be seen. But I'll give it a try and see what comes up. I've got two spectrum analyzers. I've got an HP and I've got a little Cushman. I just make power with a little Cushman and see what happens. I got to do some work on that one of these days. It does not work on 12 volt DC. The readout shows up, but the CRT doesn't come on when I run 12 volt DC. And there's got a card in there that's supposed to boost up the voltage for the CRT, and I'm going to have to pull it out and take a look at it.
Yeah, that must be a DC to DC converter for that thing to boost up the voltage like that. So probably some type of DC to DC inverter, some type of DC to DC charge pump or something in that thing. Is that a CE50, Dave?
Yeah, it's the CE50.
Yeah, okay, a friend of mine down in Houston has a CE50 now, Joel, WS5X, Whiskey Sierra 5 X-ray. He just bought a CE50 off the eBay for, wow, I think he got it for $200 or $400. It's in pretty good shape, options and everything. Those are nice service monitors, very nice.
Yeah, I bought mine a number of years ago, and actually I paid $600 for it. Been a little bit too, but I wanted a spectrum, and that was about the cheapest one. And it's the same type I used when I was in Kentucky at a CE50, and they seem to work out quite well. Enjoyed using it. Pretty easy and straightforward, but everything is, like I say, on 12 volts. And I don't remember, God, that was back in the 70s. I don't remember ever having a 12 volt card in the one we bought.
Yeah, refresh my memory. Does the CE50 have the thumb wheel frequency selection, Dave? I can't remember. I think it's a thumb wheel frequency selection.
No, the CE50 does not have that. You're probably thinking of the service monitor, like the CE31, which I have also, service monitor, but as far as I know, no, this doesn't have any thumb wheel switches for frequency.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know I used a CE something over when I was in the paging industry. That was our main test setup for working on pagers. But yeah, if you can find a Cushman with all that stuff on it, you'd get it for a good price. It'd be kind of nice to have. They're great to have when you're doing what we're doing. I'm over here at the intersection of Custer and Park, and I think I might have heard that pulsing go away. WA4ECM and AA5HL.
Well, I've got the windows down here, and I'm not here. Sometimes if the your signal is strong, it's good. In Parker, I'm out, so I just head out towards St. Paul, and I'll be at home. I'll fire it up. I got to come and actually change the speaker on my VHF UHF radio. Something that went bad. I don't know if it's cable or the speaker itself, but I'm going to replace the speaker. It wasn't working. Couldn't figure out why I wasn't hearing anybody, and I pulled the external speaker out of the room and started working. But I need to get a speaker on it, and so the one internal just doesn't cut it.
Yeah, incidentally, I still have that pulsing. Hold on, Dave. I'm turning a corner here. Stand by. Yeah, I'm about to turn another corner here real quick. Stand by. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. These internal speakers aren't always the best, and sometimes they're a little bit hard for people to hear them. and the internal speaker, that is. The external speakers are far yet another story. They're kind of very nice sounding. I know James has one in the back of his car. It sounds real nice. In fact, I'll probably end up putting one in here too once I do the permanent install. I have all the coaxes and NMO mounts and everything now. Matter of fact, I have the MCS 2000 all programmed up, and it's actually in back of the truck right now. So I may throw this thing in the truck before I leave and go out of town, Dave. And I'll go ahead and I'll hang up the GTX. I know it's going to be handed over to Eric, November Mike 5 Mike, NM5M. And he'll be coming up and joining us on 900 then once I hand it over to him. So that's the story, Dave. Yeah, I still have the pulsing over here too, so it didn't quite go away. It was still there. The repeater was covering it up. WA4ECM from AA5HL.
And WA4ECM, very good, Dave. Well, hey, I got a question. Who's good on drilling holes in cars? Because I'd like to put an M&O mount on the back of this Ford Escape. Instead of having this jerry-rigged antenna up here, actually have a permanent mount mounted on there. But I sure don't want to dig into this myself. And, you know, when I used to do it, God, that was back in the 70s. Drilled enough holes, but don't want to try it again.
Yeah, I hear you, Dave. I don't blame you a bit. I don't want to do my own either. If you're going to have it done, take it to James. He actually did it professionally. I have pictures of his car I could forward to you. Beautiful job. Very professional job. I would hand anybody over to him to do the job. So James is the man.
All right, I'll get him one day and see if we can get a N&O mount set up. Kind of, I want it to, don't want it centered. I want it to the left of center. The problem is, I tried a couple of those mounts that you can clip on the hatchback, and when I did, first time I opened the hatchback, it put a little crease in the metal there. It just and that's why I went with the jerry-rig mount up on the luggage rack, but I'd sure like to get rid of that and get something permanent. I don't think I'll ever get rid of this vehicle, so I'm not worried about it.
I totally understand, believe me. I totally understand. I'm wanting to get rid of all this magnet mount stuff and just get stuff going in here permanently. Might even have some better performance, you know. Not that the performance is suffering now or anything, but it might even get better. I totally understand. Yeah, by all means, take it to James. He'd be more than happy to do it for you. He's very good at it, very professional, does a great job. So I could forward you some pictures of the job he'd done to his own car, both inside and out. So he's the guy. I don't know that anybody else on here does it. They might, and they might even do a good job. But I know James just he did it professionally, so I'll have him do mine. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Just pop the hole in and do it. It actually would be better than a magnet mount, you know, or one of those other mounts. I happen to have a leak from magnet mounts. All 3 or 4 of my magnet mounts up on the roof of this thing, you know, when it rains hard, they all leak water. So once I get the permanent hole drilled in here, that'll stop. And I'm like you. I really don't care about the car, to tell you the truth. If it's all done professionally, you can put caps on there. It'll never look like it's even done. So it's really not an issue for me either, Dave. Just, yeah, ask James. He'll be more than happy to help you out.
AA5HL, WA4ECM. Yeah, last time I sold a vehicle that I had a quarter wave 2-meter antenna in the middle of the roof. And I went ahead and put a plug up there, and the guy asked me what that was for, and I said, oh, I had a cellular phone antenna up there, and it worked great. So I still got max trade-in value and stuff for the vehicle. They didn't argue too much about it. And of course, I also had a 95 Ford Taurus that I must have had about 8 or 9 holes ripped into that sucker, and used the black plugs on it, and some of them they couldn't even see. So got full trade-in value on that vehicle. I don't think a lot of people worry too much on that, especially on a used vehicle or trade-in.
No, I agree, Dave. I agree 100%. If you're going to keep it for a long time, It's not even a worry. Everything will be just fine with it. That's funny, I had a 95 Ford Taurus. I ran it for 200,000 miles. I bought it off a guy at work for $1,300. Had 130,000 miles on it exactly. I bought it off him, ran it to 200,000 miles. The only thing I ever did was put a starter in that car and put a radiator in it. Other than that, that was a great running car, got great gas mileage. They were good cars overall, Dave. Well, I tell you what, I made a YouTube video of this conversation here also, so you might be able to hear. Your radio did cut out a couple times, but I did get the gist of what you were saying. And you'll also be able to hear a little bit of the pulsing in the background. So I'll go ahead and I'll put it up on the YouTube, Dave, and let you see it and hear it at your convenience. I'm in front of the folks' house here. I'm going to run in and see what they're up to. Maybe have a cup of coffee or something. Maybe we'll catch you later on this evening on the way out of town. WA4ECM from AA5HL. Take it easy, Dave.
Yeah, okay, Dave. I probably won't go on YouTube and listen. I hate my voice. I hate the sound of it, and I can't stand to listen to it. I don't know how anybody else could. I don't know about that. But, yeah, my Taurus, I went through 2 transmissions until I finally said the heck with it and get rid of it. So I had a 6-cylinder, and it seemed to really heat up transmission, so got rid of it. 7-3, talk to you later, Dave. Be safe and have a good afternoon. WA4ECM.
Yeah, you know, incidentally, I heard that the transmissions were actually a problem in those cars at times. It depended on which one you had. I actually had a 1996 transmission in mine because it was a very, very late 95. So maybe that had something to do with it, maybe it didn't. I found that out when I went ahead and changed the transmission fluid and dropped the pan. I'd gone to AutoZone and asked them for a 95 transmission kit. They gave me the 95, but it was missing a hole for the bolt. The gasket was different. So there you have it. It was a good car. I did have transmission problems. It would slip from first into second when you first started the car up. Once it warmed up, though, transmission was fine. But when it was cold, it would slip constantly. I just kept running it like that until it would drop out. It never did. Incidentally, your voice is fine on the radio. It's not a problem with it. That's actually a good voice to make it through interference, and it's pleasant to listen to. It's not a bad voice at all. It's pretty good. I like it. All right, Dave, take it easy. Nice talking to you again, and we'll just talk to you a little bit later. WA4ECM, AA5HL, 73.
Yeah, okay, Dave. Thank you, and you have a good afternoon. Enjoy your time down. WA4ECM.